Welcome to the Zaleski Sports Show. I'm your host, Rachel Zaleski, and today we're going to be talking about ejections and buzzer beaters, the Super Bowl, and this week's 3 to C. It's all yours, and it's all now. Welcome back to the Zaleski Sports Show. I'm your host, Rachel. Last week in high school sports, during a girls' basketball game, we got to see an ejection and a buzzer beater. While you're watching that highlight, I'm going to show you how to stay in the game on Super Bowl Sunday with our family favorite, buffalo cauliflower wings. Okay, so this recipe calls for 1 head of cauliflower, which is approximately 4 cups of florets. Then from there, you're going to add a 1/2 cup of water, a 1/2 cup of milk, 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of cumin, 1 teaspoon of paprika, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of ground pepper, and you're going to mix it all together in this bowl, put it into the oven after you spread it on a cookie sheet between 400 to 450 degrees for approximately 20 minutes. Then after it comes out of the oven, you're going to add Frank's hot sauce, about 1 cup of that to a tablespoon of butter, mixed together really well. And then you're going to take your wings out of the oven. You're going to put them all back into that bowl of your hot sauce mixture, pour it onto the cookie sheet, put it back in the oven for 15 more minutes, and there you go.
Welcome to the Zaleski Sports Show Highlight House, sponsored by the University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point. UW-Stevens Point, now with campuses in Wausau and Marshfield. UW-Stevens Point, a new chapter in education. Explosive non-conference action between Assumption and Pacelli. Let's get to the highlights.
Factor one way or the other. Grunhofer lines up at 3. Timber! 3 instead gives it to Van Order. Open for 3. Got it! And in the pregame, both coaches talked about defense. There's Cardinal defense here. Samantha Miller takes it up and over crowds. And one! No, they're going to call a foul. They're going to call a charge on that play. It looked like the ball had left Miller's hand before the contact under the lane, but a charge is called, and we've got a technical foul assessed to Coach Miller, and we've got back-to-back technicals on Coach Miller, or Coach Jolling. Coach Jolling has been ejected from this game with back-to-back technical fouls. Coach Jolling just was ejected from the game, and he's going to talk about it here a little bit with one of the other referees here, but Coach Jolling, back-to-back technicals, ejected from tonight's game. So Coach Jolling exits stage left. He can't believe what just happened. And an interesting set of events here for sure, as both squads have had their disagreements with the officials. Coach Jolling, though, had an extra disagreement that time, and it was too much. And we see Coach Jolling head outside the arena as Lieberg steps to the line for the technical fouls, and she misses the first one, and a mock eruption of applause on that miss. Second one is also no good. I know that for a fact. And we've got some extracurriculars on the floor here now as Lieberg gets tangled up with Shafransky. See if the Royals hold for the one. No. Defense, though. And we've got a push. Lieberg put an elbow to Samantha Miller, and no foul was called. And the Royals keep possession. 10 seconds left. Van Order at the elbow. Turns on Bone. No. Bone with the rebound. 5 seconds left. Outlet pass to Crowns. Crowns over to Lieberg. Lieberg at the buzzer. Good if it goes. Yes! Ellie Lieberg at the buzzer hits a three-pointer from 30 feet away. And the Royals are going to head to the locker room with a 10-point lead, 24-14.
Second half, and it's still chippy out there as Lieberg gets aggressive with the steal, and a foul is called on her. Later, it's Natalie Weisenbeck with the layup. Royals rolling. Next possession is Lieberg catching the pass, putting it up, count it, and the foul. Assumption goes on to win 46-32.
Let's just talk about that first half. That was intense from start to finish. Your impressions just of the first half of this game?
Well, despite our size, we do need to run, and I think we're in a decent amount of shape. We do a fair amount of running, so their bench probably isn't as deep as ours, and we told the girls that we want to get out and run, and it was intense, and that was good. Led to a couple of turnovers that I'd rather not have, but overall it was good.
And then Lieberg hits a shot at the buzzer at halftime, sends you on a high note into the locker room at halftime. Then you come out in the second half and really just cruise from there. So thoughts on the game overall?
Well, that half-court shot, or whatever it was, is actually some good karma from a couple of years ago when she was a sophomore. We were going into halftime, and she chucked one from about three-quarters court, hit the backboard, missed by a mile, and celebrated like she just won the lottery. So it was a good little karma for her to come back and actually nail one there. So that was good, and that gave them a lot of energy. And the crowd was great tonight, too. I mean, on both sides, there was some good support out here, so it was a good basketball game.
Maddie, let's just first talk about that first half. That was intense.
Yeah.
How did your expectations of today's game match what actually happened out here on the court as far as the intensity was concerned?
Well, we started off our Edgar game, which we played last night, really strong. We came in with a ton of energy, so we knew we had to come back with that energy and intensity and stuff. So I thought we started off how we thought we were, had a ton of energy, and it went our way, I guess, first half and the second half. So
yeah, and then the first half ended. We had a buzzer beater at the first half. Ellie hit that shot. What was the mood going in the locker room and in the locker room during halftime after that big shot was made?
Oh, we were super excited. We had so much momentum and stuff. And actually, it's kind of funny because freshman year, Ellie shot a half-court shot, totally missed it, didn't hit the rim, didn't hit the backboard, didn't hit anything, and she started dancing and stuff. Like, she made it.
Thank you for watching the Zaleski Sports Show Highlight House, sponsored by the University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point. UW-Stevens Point, now with campuses in Wausau and Marshfield. UW-Stevens Point, a new chapter in education. You are watching the Zaleski Sports Show Highlight House.
I'm Maddie Bone, and I'm in the house.
It was another great week of the 3 to C with a sweet shot. Let's keep your Super Bowl sweet with this treat.
Have you ever heard of a smoky? It's a s'more and a cookie. So you start off with your graham crackers, 4 of them, along with some Hershey's chocolate on top. You're going to take your marshmallows, peel them in half, put them on top, and then on top of that, you'll use pre-made cookie dough. You're going to flatten it out big enough so that it covers the entire graham cracker. Put it in the oven at 350 degrees for about 20 minutes or so until the entire cookie gets brown. Then you're going to take it out, make sure it's cool enough to try, and it's going to taste like heaven.
It's time for the Zaleski Sports Show 3 to C. Number 3 is Nate Bozen.
Tigers hockey team has won 3 straight. Here on Tuesday night, we see Nate Bozen going top cookies for the near impossible goal. Give Nate the ha-ha face.
Number 2 is Bryce Furlinger.
2-ranked Columbus Dons on Thursday night. Steal here. Furlinger goes for the steal and gets it. He's got cash to beat and slams it home. Bryce Furlinger, rim record. Give Bryce the wow face for the win.
Number 1 is me, Ellie Lieberg.
Exciting game between Pacelli and Assumption on Saturday night. Lieberg at the buzzer, good if it goes. Yes! Ellie Lieberg at the buzzer hits a 3-pointer from 30 feet away. Ellie wins with the heart vote.
I just ran up court a little. Grace got the ball ahead of me, and I let it go, and I was like, that maybe has a shot. And I was like, oh my goodness, that just went in. And I don't know, they were all really, really happy. And I think with the intensity of that game, that just carried over a lot of momentum, and we got started off good in the second half then.
Van Order at the elbow, turns on Bone, no. Bone with the rebound, 5 seconds left. Outlet pass to Crowns. Crowns over to Lieberg. Lieberg at the buzzer, good if it goes. Yes! Ellie Lieberg at the buzzer hits a 3-pointer from 30 feet away.
That was a sweet shot. Now here's my sweet prediction on this year's Super Bowl. The Rams are going to go ahead and beat those stupid Patriots 48-12. And there won't be any rain. Thank you everybody for watching the Zaleski Sports Show. I'm your host, Rachel Zaleski. You can find us on Facebook at Zaleski Sports Show or on Twitter at Zaleski Sports. You all have a great rest of your week, and as Jason would say, go sports!